Please explain to me, this is a baby thermometer for babies, for literal infants, okay? Um, I have so many questions. Why is this on here? Why is this on here? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So apparently a very popular baby brand named Frida Baby is trending for very concerning reasons. So much so that this has people removing the company's products from their baby registries. And if you've ever bought a product from them or you're thinking about buying a product from them, I urge you to watch this video because something very disturbing is going on with their marketing and it might make you too think twice about buying something from them in the future. So let's talk about it. So I wasn't even planning on filming today, but when I saw this story, I just thought, okay, I need to just hop on and talk about this because I feel like if you're not on TikTok, if you're not on social media that much, you might not be actually hearing about this. And I'm definitely curious about your take.
And you know what's more interesting about this kind of stuff? You won't find out or hear about any of this stuff unless you're using social media, which I think is kind of crazy because they don't talk about it in the news. I don't watch the news, so honestly, I have no idea. I have no idea. Um, and realistically, it's because I don't give a fuck about what the news has to say. The news has been lying to us for years. 2020 was the last time I even remotely gave a shit about what the news has to say. All of my information comes from Twitter, uh, TikTok, and my own personal interest in the subject. So I do my own research, obviously. But this here, I feel like this right here, we need to get this out way more. So let's go. Back.
When I heard about this, I got very sick to my stomach. It's very disturbing. So I'm going to show you the TikTok that sort of started this conversation.
Look, I don't work in marketing, so I'm certainly not an expert, but in light of everything that's going on in the US right now, maybe running an ad campaign for a rectal thermometer where you're joking about having a threesome with a baby is a
What the fuck?
bad idea.
If you didn't catch it in the video, the ad, which I believe was on Facebook, Instagram, I think it's been taken down, but it said, "This is the closest you."
Hold on, let me get this out of the way so we can read that. This is the closest. It says this is the closest your husband's going to get to a threesome. Meet the new 3-in-1 True Temp Thermometer, the Swiss Army knife of temperature taking accuracy. Get a 10-second quick read, followed immediately by the 30-second double check without reinserting. So skip second guessing and snag one today. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, what the fuck does
Your
that mean?
husband's going to get to a threesome. And then it shows a rectal temperature for a baby. Not sure who thought that was okay, but the thing is, it gets worse because this isn't the first time that Frida Baby has
Oh,
done
that's
this type
weird.
of perverse
That's
marketing. But
weird.
before we get into some other things they put out there, let's read the comments on this video. Okay, so somebody said innuendos involving children are never funny and should never be tolerated. It's never, ever appropriate. And I agree. Someone said, my brain can't process this being real. Someone said, oof, even if everything going on wasn't going on, sexual jokes involving children are never funny. And then this person,
And yes, absolutely, 100%. Because hello, did their marketing team think, oh, this is gonna be a great thing? This is gonna be a great idea. Let's say the most unhinged, disgusting things about children, and not just any kind of children. We're gonna talk about infants specifically. What the? Those people need to be fired. They need to be fired right now.
and this isn't the first person that I saw said this. This person said that they took 4 items off of their baby registry that they had put on there because Frida's a really popular
Crazy.
brand, but they are taking off the stuff. And there's a TikToker named Brittany. Her account is Sip Tea with Brittany, and she kind of did a little deep dive into Frida. I'm going to link her account below if you want to check it out. But some of the stuff that she found, again, not sure who thought this was an okay idea. But one of the first things that she found is something I don't think a lot of parents are realizing when buying these products. So, on a packaging that is still in stores right now, it's a 3-in-1 thermometer. And it says on the side of the packaging,
Oh my God! Look, there's no If someone showed me this out of context, I would think this is AI. I mean it. I genuinely would think this is an AI generated photograph because are you fucking serious? There's no fucking way.
How about a quickie? Yeah. How about a quickie for a children's thermometer? Who is in charge of Baby Frida or Frida Baby marketing? Who is approving this? And there's more. Okay, there's more. We're going to get some more. This is not the only thing. Again, someone on that marketing team, a bunch of someone, because of course this has multiple people who are approving this.
And that's another thing too. This is a multi-level thing. It's not just one person who makes the decision. It's not one person who makes a judgment call on this stuff. There is a series of people who collectively come together and say, "Okay, no, this is good. This is good. Let's do this. Let's do this." But they no, 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 no.
Has a very perverse mind. For example, on the side of an electric, I don't know how you would describe it other than just like it takes the snot out of kids' noses. But anyway, on the side of that box, I think it's on the side, I'm going to put a picture in it. It says, I'm a power sucker. Again, this is a tool
Oh my
parents
fucking god.
use for children
Oh
who
my
are
god.
unable to blow their own noses. And we're putting on the packaging,
Oh my
I'm a
god.
power sucker. It gets worse. So on a different rectal thermometer, it says tush it real good. And then on the inside of their humidifier,
Okay, so the tush it real good. That's not as bad as the first two because it's a play on okay, salt and pepper. Okay, cool. But this one, are you fucking serious? These are overly sexualized innuendos, and this is for products for infants, not even small children, infants. That's there's small children here, and then there's infants. They're down here underneath this level.
firebox, it says
Are they trying to market it to like a certain demographic of adults so that they think, oh, it's funny, it's witty? Because if that was the case, this is a terrible execution.
I get turned on easily. They know exactly what they're doing. This isn't people reading too much into it. You can see on the packaging how it's put, how it's marketed. This isn't like, oh, this is a really easy product. It turns on easy for parents who are.
And if that was the case, if that's what they wanted people to think, they should have put easy to operate in the same color, same font, easy to operate. That's what they had to do. That's all they had to do.
Tired and what, no, they know what they're doing, and this type of marketing for them has been going on.
What does this say? I'm sorry. This says, oh my god. Okay. It says, tap that. Oh my god. Lube that ish up. No. 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 They are going. They need to go under the jail. They don't need to be in jail. They need to be put under the jail.
For a while, somebody posted in the comment section on Brittany's video with a post from Frida. I believe it was on Instagram from 2021, and it says, tip to tap that. And they put a bracket around the G and then put ass. And then I brought up the post, and under it says, massage it real good, lube that ish up. I think it says, wear a poncho. Are you feeling uncomfortable? Because I am. I am. This is products for babies and new moms. This isn't for adult toys, this is for stuff for babies,
Right.
toddlers,
Right.
and new mothers.
Right.
Again, keep in mind, Frida Baby is a very popular, top recommended baby brand, and they're not cheap. Their thermometers alone are $40. I feel like when parents are looking for these type of products, if they're out at stores or they're on their registry, this brand is very well known. And if they need the item, they need the thermometer or this or that for their baby, they're probably not thinking too much about the packaging, right? They just
No,
get
they
the
don't
items that
care.
they
They
need,
want
they go about their
what they
day. And I
need
think
to
that's
make.
why this hasn't blown up too much yet.
It's about functionality. They don't give a fuck about any of the marketing. They just want to know what it does, if it's going to solve a problem, and then they execute on that problem. Everything else, they don't give a shit about.
Although it is now. More people are talking about it over the last 24 hours, which is a good thing.
Now, I know people might see this and just say, oh my gosh, this is a play on words. You're overthinking this. This isn't weird at all.
No.
I think it's
Play on words or not, it's still weird.
really weird. And the reason I say this is it's a brand that's designed for babies and mothers and postpartum products and things like that. It is all about babies, what their needs are, and what world is playing on words in an inappropriate way okay to put on baby products. It took me going on the deep dive to realize that people post about it. It's more on like forums. People like, oh my gosh, like I've been thinking this is so weird for such a long time that they put this stuff on the boxes of their products. And I don't know, like when you really think about how disgusting our world is, like I hate it here. I hate it because I don't understand why we cross this disgusting threshold when it comes to children and babies. This is inappropriate. In my opinion, this is inappropriate.
My question is,
agree.
like I already
I
talked
100%
about,
agree
why
with that.
is this type of marketing being used for baby products and for products for new mothers? This is making me feel sick to my stomach. Why are we using sexual innuendos to sell humidifiers and thermometers? And the thing is, with a company, especially at this size, these decisions, as I said earlier, they go through a lot of checks. This is a massive, massive brand. This isn't one person, this isn't a tiny little team. So many people are saying, yeah, that's normal. Let's do that. No one on that team is saying, guys, this is weird. This is disturbing. This is wrong. This is
Okay, come on.
perverse. Apparently not. And I don't know about you, but that really makes me question the creators of this brand, the people
Yeah,
on this
it should.
team, this
It very
company.
well should.
Why would they think this is okay? Now, of
I
course,
can tell
there's
you
always
why.
going to be people who think differently about this. Maybe, they think I'm too sensitive, or people who are talking about this, calling it out, are too sensitive or
No, I
prudes.
don't.
Maybe even that's you who thinks.
Here's why I actually agree with this take. Because, no. Just no. Not for this. This is a different type of product. This isn't a gag gift. It's not something marketed to adults, or anything in that nature. That's why it's weird. Yes, it's technically marketed to adults because they're the ones who have to buy this product for their newborn. But that's not how you sell that. That's not how you. That's not it. That's just not it.
That and let me know what you think. But I did see some comments from people who said, who cares? It's not like the baby can read. And yeah, obviously true. But again, this is a baby product. And if your product is so good, you're charging a premium price for it. Why do you need to use this shock value marketing to sell your premium product meant for babies and moms? This type of marketing has no place in an industry that was created for the needs of children and new mothers. It's beyond gross. We need a new word for it, but anyone who thought this was okay on the Frida team is clearly deeply disturbed. When it comes to kids, there should be zero tolerance for anything that feels
Yep.
even remotely exploitative.
Not even. There is a fine line. Um, you can't make those kind of jokes. And I have very dark humor. I have very very dark humor. But there is a fine line, and this is the line. And they completely said this. I don't think this is okay.
Whether that's inappropriate marketing, suggestive undertones, or campaigns that blur boundaries for shock value. And of course, Frida is going on a deleting spree pretending this never happened, but screenshots are there. Products that
baby.
say these things on the side are still available in stores like Target. People are checking and they're still available. They're going to need a PR person on this real quick because deleting stuff is not gonna help. I just feel like this is important. It's important to show brands like this that this is not okay. It's not funny,
Absolutely.
it's not appreciated, and it's 100% not necessary. And like I said, if your product is good enough, why do you need to do things for shock value? Why do you want to have a photo of a baby? And yes, I know it's a cartoon baby. But still, a baby getting a rectal
It's
temperature
the
done
implication.
while also talking about a threesome. To me, and
That's
again, call me a
weird.
prude, in my opinion,
That's weird.
whoever thought this was a good idea is truly a sick individual. And let's face it, it was more than one person making this come to life. But they certainly need their heads checked because this is dark, it's gross, and I am sick of children being sexualized by brands, by family vloggers, and so much more. I'm sick. I'm so sick of it, and I'm actually sick about it. Anyway, this was just a shorter video I threw together for you. I prefer to do longer videos, but I'm not going to stretch this out just to get my watch time up. But I know a lot of you guys are parents, and a lot of you guys are not on TikTok. You're not really on social media. And I thought you should know about this so that you can make an informed decision on whether or not you want to continue using that product or whatever. Here's the information basically. But let me know what you think. Am I being too sensitive? Am I reading too much into this? Or is it about time that this dark, disturbing shit centering around children comes to an end? Anyway, if you like this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Helps a lot. Thank you guys as always for being here, and I'll see you in my next video.
So, I think this was a good video, very informative. She obviously she's done her research, and I completely agree with her. Her account is she's her account handle is called Behind the Scene. I'm gonna link the original video down below as well as her account. Check her out. She does have a part 2 for this, so she does go in more detail about this stuff. But honestly, my wholehearted opinion on this is no, not good, not okay, not even remotely close to being okay. Um, you should never, ever, ever go that route. I get it. Even if it was in good faith, you still got to be very aware that, especially right now in the social climate, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? We have an absolute bombshell of an exposed uh, pedophilia ring with millions of documents showing that this is happening, and this company thought this was a good idea, and then and they tried to scrub it all. That's the part that lets me know you guys know that it was a bad idea in hindsight. Who approved this stuff? You guys are apparently a bit. Let's see if we can find any information on this company. uh Frida Baby. Frida Baby. Let's see. Frida Baby. Let's see. Let's go to their website, see if there's anything on here. Frequently asked questions. Our mission: preparing parents for the unfiltered realities of parenthood with simple yet genius solutions to get the job done. Your sanity check. Check up on what's blah 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 blah. Describe. Okay, so they probably won't put a statement here. Do they have a Facebook? Let's see if they have a Facebook. Oh, I mean, it's getting press. It's getting press, and it's not getting the kind of press they want. Uh, they're being sold at Target, Walmart. Um, they're getting some serious backlash for this. They definitely they fucked up. Oh my god, is there another video? Oh my god. What is this?
You don't know?
No, this has nothing to do with it. This facing a wave of why it matters. Okay, anyway, that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't want to spend too much time trying to dive into this, but honestly, I don't agree with it, and I think there should be more noise made about this. But that's just my take. What do you think? Do you think more people need to be making noise about this? Should they put out a statement um, in regards to pretty much owning up to their mistake, and any form of a statement in regards to what they did? Because I think they should find a way to fix this, especially if they're a company that's solving a problem. And apparently their products are good. People buy their products. Obviously, they're all their products have different listing. Like you can see here how much everything is. Like I don't see anything in here. Like let's see if hold on. We're just gonna try this one time. Let's see if they have the list of the box. See, they don't have any of this stuff here. It doesn't say anything on their website. So see, they're obviously they're a good brand, quote unquote good brand, but they're not advertising anything and how it's being presented in the public space. See? And on this box, it says on this box, the fuss stops here. So that makes me wonder whose idea was it to switch up the marketing for that. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below. And I will see you on the next one.